Welcome back. In this lesson, we will work on some basic rhythms and you will learn how to divide the bow in half to help you keep a steady beat. In the last episode, we used rubber bands to mark the bow where we start moving it at the frog and to show us where we stop moving it at the tip. Now we will add the third rubber band and we're going to put that in the middle of the bow. Just wrap the rubber band around the middle approximately, as close as you can get it. And you will see later in this lesson how we're going to use this. The most basic note values in music are quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. The quarter note is a filled-in circle with a stem, the half note is an empty circle with a stem, and the whole note is just an empty circle. These notes tell us how long we should hold the note, how long the note lasts. But first, we need to learn how to keep a steady beat. Most music has a steady pulse or beat that goes through the whole tune or piece. It could be a 4/4 meter where we count 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it could be a 3/4 meter where we count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There are other meters, but we're going to stick with the 4/4 meter. Let's start by clapping our hands at a steady pace, much like a clock, not rushing and not slowing down. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm now going to use my voice to say quarter notes to go with my beat. Each quarter note receives one beat, and I therefore have to say 1/4 to go with one clap. I'm going to use the syllable ta for my quarters. So I go ta, 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 ta. I could decide to have a faster beat, but that means my tas also have to go faster. Ta, 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 ta. A quarter note is not set to a specific duration. Instead, it's always relative to the beat or the speed of the beat. Usually, we keep a steady beat within one tune unless we are instructed otherwise. Let's move on to half notes. A half note receives 2 beats, so that means my tas have to last for 2 claps. So I go ta, 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 ta. It could go faster, so that means my tas have to go faster. Ta, 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 as long as each half note receives 2 beats or 2 claps. Whole notes receive 4 beats. So now I have to hold my ta for 4 claps. I go ta, ta, ta. Now it's time to put this knowledge to the violin. I'm going to count out loud to make sure that I keep the beat steady. For quarter notes, I'm going to use half the bow, or from the rubber band at the frog to the rubber band in the middle of the bow. Put the bow onto the D string and count 1 measure or 4 beats before you start. Make sure that you move exactly to the beat or 1 stroke to each beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, I'm counting to 4 because for now we're staying in 4/4 time. Let's change to half notes. A half note receives 2 beats, and for that I'm going to use the whole bow, or from the rubber band at the frog to the rubber band at the tip. You need to make sure that each bow stroke lasts for 2 beats. So that means that your down bow lasts for the first 2 beats, and your up bow lasts for beat 3 and 4. In other words, your down bow starts on beat 1, 1, 2, and your up bow starts on beat 3, 3, 4. Remember that we count to 4 because we're staying in 4/4 time. Make sure there are no gaps in your sound, especially when you're changing bow strokes. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't want to have this gap. Try to make your sound steady and continuous. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do the whole notes. A whole note receives 4 beats, and for that I'm also going to use a whole bow, but for the bow to last 4 beats I just have to move the bow a lot slower. This means that the down bow starts on beat 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the up bow also starts on beat 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. If there's a lot of gap in your sound, it might mean that you need to move your bow slower so that it lasts through the 4th beat. For example, if you get 1, 2, 3, 4, you should be still moving your bow after you say 4, and change the bow direction on the next time you say 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, You can now practice to go between the different note values. Let's play 8 quarter notes or count to 4 twice, 4 half notes and 2 whole notes. You will notice that we're playing 8 beats of each note value, or 2 measures of 4 beats. I will talk more about measures in the next lessons. So we're starting with quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also try to go the other way or start with whole notes. Let's play 2 whole notes, then 4 half notes, and then 8 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, Keep practicing this for a couple of days or until you're ready to move on to the next lesson. You could also use the Bowing 3 video, which is a hands-on practicing video where I will play one measure at a time and you will play it right back. we will use all the material that you have learned so far from these lessons.